for someone in Manitoba whose license plate says the word assimilate. Of course, it's spelt with the number 8. And you can see the little words above and below. It's a Star Trek reference for those who watched that show, or there was a series, I think it was in the 90s. There was this alien race called the Borg, and they were like a communal race. There was like 4 or 5 of them when they would share like a mind, and they would say, "We are the Borg, resistance is futile, you will assimilate." So this guy's a Trekkie, apparently. He has a license plate that says assimilate. He's had it for years, obviously, and now the government's saying, no, we're not gonna let you have that, and we won't tell you why. So, John, this is a freedom of speech case, freedom of expression, isn't it?
Well, it is, and the government has said that it is considered offensive, but they won't say by whom, and they won't say why. And you talk about the smaller battles. I mean, this is a license plate, and it's a unique license plate, so it's not as if 35 million Canadians are going to want the same plate. But you've got this battle between the so-called right to not be offended, which isn't a right and shouldn't be, versus freedom of expression. And a lot of people don't realize that they are opposites. So we're fighting this battle over this license plate because it pits freedom of expression against a so-called right to not be offended.
Yeah, I mean, I use the phrase a counterfeit right not to be offended. You can call it a right, but it's not. It's actually the power to stop someone. Now, I accept that there ought to be some limits. Like if someone wanted an obscenity, F-U-C-K, on their license plate, obviously I would understand, and I think most people would, not having that, but assimilate. And the fact that this guy is a Star Trekkie and he's using that catchphrase makes it even more absurd. But I'm going to go out on a limb here, John, and guess, okay, this is Manitoba. It's a population with a lot of Aboriginal people, and the word assimilate may be taken as some statement about assimilate into non-Aboriginal society, or maybe it's new immigrants assimilate into the Canadian mainstream, neither of which are offensive ideas. They're just an idea I suspect most Canadians would support. But even if some people would disagree with that, even if it was meant in a political sense, not the Star Trek sense, since when does the license plate authority get to decide what we can or can't say in politics? Obscenity, fine. Politics, I don't think so.
Well, this is another example of the social justice warriors that want to silence anybody and everybody that does not agree with their narrative, their perspective on life. And indeed, I mean, the word assimilate, we can assimilate ideas, we can assimilate good things, we can assimilate bad things. It's actually a pretty neutral word. But if you follow this social justice warrior logic, there's all kinds of neutral words which they might find offensive, and again, it boils down to: do we have free expression in Canada, or does every Canadian have a right not to be offended? In which case, nobody has freedom of expression.
That's an excerpt from my daily TV show, The Ezra Levant Show. Normally it's behind a paywall, but I thought you'd like this video, so we put it on YouTube. If you want to subscribe to watch the daily show every day, including always 2 interviews a day, and I read my hate mail, just click on this screen and become a premium member.